Good morning, sir.
So we are discussing about mechanical system, and this is a mechanical system, and we have to write down the equation for this system. So we can directly write down, or if you have any confusion, you can use this method which we will discussing. First, step 1, identify mass in the system. Because number of mass will be equal to number of equations. So we have two mass, M1 and M2. That means we will be having two equations which will be representing, one equation will be representing at M1 and one representing at M2. So we have two mass, M2 and M1. Now we have to find out what are the things which are connected at M1 and what are the things which are connected at M2. So step 2 will be identify spring and frictions connected at each mass. So for this system at M1, we have three things which are connected, that is K1, B1 and F. So F will remain F. We have one branch that is K1 and we have second that is connected as B1. Then we have to check where they are connected. So M1 is connected at X1 and M2 is connected at X2. That means we have K1 X1 minus X2 and B1 X1 minus X2. So these will be the three terms which are present in the system. Or B1 that will become dx1 by dt minus dx2 by dt. K1 will become x1 minus x2. Similarly, we have to find out what are connected at M2. At M2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 branches connected. So we will be having 4 terms. This will be K1 x2 minus x1. This will be B1 x2 dot minus x1 dot. This will be because it is connected to x2 and this is connected to 0. So it will become K2 x2 and B2 x2 dot. So when we writing the equation of M1, we will be having 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. And when we will be writing the equation at M2, we will be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So now I will be writing the equations at M1. At M1, we have M1. Displacement of M1 is x1. So it is d square x1 by dt square plus K1 x1 minus x2 plus B1 x1 dot minus x2 dot equal to F. Or you can write M1 x1 double dot plus B1 x1 dot minus x2 dot plus K1 x1 minus x2 equal to F. This will be your equation number 1. Now I will be writing the equation for M2. So So M2, it will become M2 x2 double dot plus K1 x2 minus x1 plus B1 x2 dot minus x1 dot plus K2 x2 plus B2 x2 dot equal to 0. So I can write this equation as M2 x2 double dot plus B1 x2 dot minus x1 dot plus B2 x2 dot plus K1 x2 minus x1 plus K2 x2 equal to 0. These are the two equations for which are representing this mechanical system. So one method is we can directly write the equation with the help of this diagram. M mass will be d square x by dt square. Spring and friction will be connected to two terminals. So one terminal displacement and second terminal displacement I have to identify. So in this displacement is x1, this displacement is x2, and K1 is x1 minus x2, and B1 is x1 dot minus x2 dot, because I am considering the equation at M1. When I will be considering at M2, x2 will be the superior and x1 will be lower than x2. So it will be M2, and M2 is displacement is x2, that is d square x2 by dt square plus K1 x2 minus x1 plus B1 dx2 by dt minus dx1 by dt plus K2 x2 minus 0, that means x2, and B2 dx2 by dt minus 0, that is dx2 by dt. So these are the equations which is for this mechanical system. This will be how we will be writing the mechanical system of these mechanical systems which are present in the system. And similar to these are the linear mechanical system, and similar to this we can have rotational mechanical system. So linear mechanical system, जिसमें displacement is linear, and when we are talking about rotational system means we have a shaft, and then we have a displacement, that is this spring, or sorry, disc. So this is the disc. When we are talking about linear mechanical system, displacement is x. When we are talking about rotational, it will be represented by theta. So this will be your theta. So I will be writing this is linear and this is rotational. So when we are talking about this, in linear it is mass and rotational it is disk. When we are talking about displacement, in linear system it is represented by x, and in rotational system it is represented by theta. When we are talking about force, in mechanical linear system it is F, and rotational it is not force, it is torque. So when we are talking about rotational system, it will be T. Then we have a spring. So if this is your spring, it is represented by K. And is rotational system, this is not spring, this is stiffness of shaft. That is also represented by K. Then we have friction. So in this, it is represented by B or F, small f. So this will be also, we will be using it B or F. So this is viscous fluid. Because in rotational, we will be discussing about. So when we are using a rotational mechanical system, we have displacement, which is represented by theta. The force is represented by T. And then we have shaft stiffness. That is represented similar, that is K. And we have viscous fluid, that is represented by B. This can be represented by different symbols anywhere. And sometimes it is referred as rotational, it is referred as small f. We are not referring it as F in the linear system because that is represented, F is represented by force. So in rotational system, we can represent it by a small f. So when we are drawing the equivalent circuit or equivalent diagram for this, it can be represented like this. We have J, that is mass of the system, and then we have a torque which is applied. Due to that, we have a displacement theta, and then we have a viscous fluid, that is F, d theta by dt, and then we have a spring, that is K theta. So as we are in linear system, similarly in mechanical, it is almost similar, representation is similar, except displacement is changed by x is represented by theta. So when we writing the equation for this, it will be similar to that, that is T equal to J d square theta by dt square plus F d theta by dt plus K theta. So if it is a linear mechanical system, it will be like this. We have a mass, we have a spring, and we have a friction, and we have a force F. So that is equation is F equal to m d square x by dt square plus b dx by dt plus kx. So the equations are almost similar, except we have this x is represented by theta, m is represented by j, b or f is represented by f, k is represented by k, and force is represented by torque. So when we are writing the equation for rotational mechanical system, things are almost similar, except we have changed into the terminologies which we are using. So for linear system, displacement is represented by x, and in rotational system, displacement is represented by theta. That is the major change which we have to consider. The diagram which we are getting is almost similar to that of mechanical system, except we have rotational things in place of linear things. So we will be similar. This will be your, then we will be a linear line is now represented by spring, sorry, shaft. And then we will be representing that is J1. Then we will be having a spring, that it is J2. And then again we will be having a shaft. So this is J1, J2, K. We have a displacement. Here we are applying a torque T. Due to that, we have a displacement θ1. And due to that displacement θ1, we will be having a displacement in θ2. So as we are writing the equation for mechanical system, we will be having two, J1 and J2. And now we have to identify what are connected at J1 and what are things connected at J2. At J1, we have connected, one is torque and second is your spring. So one is your torque and then one is your spring, that is K. This displacement is θ1, this displacement is θ2. So it is K θ1 minus θ2. Similarly at this is J2. Similarly at J1, we have a K which is connected. So it will be K θ2 minus θ1. So when we writing the equation at J1, and it is also given, we have a friction F between the two. So when we writing the equation at J2, it will be T equal to J2 d square θ1 by dt square plus K θ1 minus θ2. And when we writing the equation at J1, we have three terms. Force is not present in J1, so it will be 0 equal to J2 d square θ by dt square then we have F d θ2 by dt plus K θ2 minus θ1. This will be your first equation, this will be your second equation. So if similarly we will be having a mechanical system, then also we can write the equation, and with help of these equations we can write the transfer function of the system. So we have three types of system. We have electrical system, we have mechanical, that is having two. One is linear and second is rotational. So we can have a combination of both also. So one example which I will be considering, we have a system which is combination of both. We have an electrical system and then we will be having a coil. We will be having a coil. We have this electrical system. We have this voltage E plus minus. This is R, this is L, and this is C. Then we will be having a coil in which this current is flowing, and that is connected to a mechanical system. And that mechanical system is connected to this coil shaft. And we have to find out the transfer function of the system. So transfer function of the system will be, we have this displacement X. So we have to find out XS divided by ES. Because this system, we are applying a voltage E. So that will be your input. And we will be having a displacement in this shaft that is X. So now we have to find out the transfer function of this system, XS upon ES. So for this system, we will be having combination of both. We will be having a electrical circuit. We will be having a mechanical circuit. You have to treat this circuit as different, separate circuits. You don't connect them. You write the equation for electrical circuit, then you will write the equation for mechanical circuit. For writing the electrical circuit, I will be considering this as I1, this as I2. So here we have I1 current, here we have I2 current. Now I have to write the KVL equations for this circuit. So its KVL equation will be ET equal to RI1 plus 1 upon C integration. Current is I1 minus I2 dt. This will be the equation for loop number 1. Then I have to write the equation for loop number 2. So for loop number 2, it will become L di2 by dt plus 1 upon C integration I2 minus I1 dt, plus in this coil we will be having a back EMF, that is EB. So that will be EB in T equal to 0. So whenever we have a coil, there will be a back EMF that will be induced in the coils, that is represented by EB. So this will be your equation number 2. Now for mechanical system, I have to write the equations. So for mechanical system, it is given that we have two springs K1 and K2. No, sorry, K1 and K1. So when we will be writing this equation for this mechanical system, it will be m dx d square x by dt square plus b dx by dt plus kx equal to Fc. Fc is the force which is given by this coil. Fc. This will be your equation number 3. So these are the 3 equations, and now I have to write the relation between this Fc and I2. Because we have a coil which is current is I2, and due to that I2, this coil will be having a force Fc. So EB, back EMF in a coil, if you remember, it is Kb into dx by dt. Because back EMF is proportional to the rate of change of flux, and here the rate of change of flux is proportional to the displacement in the coil. So that is EB equal to Kb dx by dt, and force Fc, that will be proportional to the current which is flowing in the system. So we will be writing is K2 into I2. This will be my equation number 4. This will be my equation number 5. So these are my equations. Now I have to convert these equations into Laplace. And with the help of these Laplace equation, I will be finding the relation between Exs upon Es. So first I will be writing the equation for Laplace equation. The Laplace equation, or equation number 1, will be Es equal to Ri1 plus 1 upon Cs I1 minus I2 and then I will be writing it as Es equal to I RCS plus 1 I1 minus I2 divided by CS. This will be your first equation. Just I have इसको खोल दिया तो I1 की टर्म साथ में ले ली, तो it will become RCS plus 1 upon CS, and this will be minus 1 upon CS I2. So this will become RCS plus 1 I1 minus I2 upon CS. This is your ES. Now with help of second equation, I will be converting it into Laplace. It will be LS I2 plus EBS plus 1 upon CS I2 minus I1 equal to 0. So this will become LS plus 1 upon CS I2 plus EBS minus 1 upon CS I1 equal to 0. This will be equation number 2, and we have EB equal to KB into dx by dt. तो इसका लाप्लास अगर हम लेंगे तो it will become EBS equal to KBS into XS. So I will be writing this EB here. So it will become I1 equal to LCS square plus 1 I2 plus KB CS square XS. This will be equation number 3. And then from mechanical system, we have FC S equal to MS square plus BS plus 2K into XS. And that will be equation number 4 or equation number 4. And I know that FC equal to K2 into I2. So when I take Laplace, FCS will be K2 into I2. So I will be putting this. So from this equation, I will get I2 equal to MS square plus BS plus 2K divided by K2. This will be your equation number 5. From this equation, from equation number 3, put the value of I1 in equation number 1. And from equation number 5, put the value of I2 in equation number 1. So we get ES equal to RLCS square plus LS plus R MS square plus BS plus 2K upon K2 XS plus KB RCS square plus KBS XS. So writing or solving it, I will get XS upon ES. And that will be equal to K2 divided by RLCMS4 plus RLCB plus LMS square, sorry, S cube plus 2K RLC plus LB plus RM plus K2 KB RCS square plus 2KL plus RB plus K2 KB S plus 2RK. This is my transfer function of this system. That means we can have combination of electrical circuit and mechanical circuit also. So there is no different issue. We have to write the equation for electrical circuit separately. And then we will be writing the equation for mechanical system separately. And then we have to write the equation or relation between the two terms, that is electrical terms and mechanical terms. That is, I have to find out the relation between X, S and current, displacement and current. So when I will finding the displacement and current relation, on the basis of that, I will be finding the relation between these. So this is how we will be solving a system which will be considering both the circuits, electrical circuits or mechanical circuits also. This is how we will be solving the circuits which will be containing electrical circuit, or it will be having a mechanical circuit, or and that equation can be circuit can be linear circuit or rotational circuit, or we can write the circuit equations which will be containing all the electrical and mechanical system also. So this can be done for this all the things. Now we will be having a electrical system, or we will be having a mechanical system. And mechanical system can be linear or can be rotational. So, but when we are analyzing an electrical circuit with the help of control system, one method is we will be applying a mechanical system, and then we will be writing the equation for that mechanical system, and then we will be finding the transfer function of the system. Then the second method is we will be drawing a analog circuit for this system. Analogous circuit. Analogous circuit means a electrical circuit and a mechanical circuit which are equivalent and their differential equations are same.